Roger Ebert wrote this article in April of 2010 that was called "Video Games Can Never Be Art." In this article, he goes on to talk about this TED Talk by Kelly Santiago, which was given at the University of South California. The entirety of the article is just Roger Ebert attempting to refute the comments that were made by her at this TED Talk. And some of them are pretty ridiculous. The first point that he makes is that basically, if video games can be art, then how come there haven't been any that match the artistic value of famous poetry, paintings, literature, whatever? So, what I have to say about that is, well, of course not. Because video games have been around for like 40 years. Of course there hasn't been enough time. Also, there's sort of a natural inherent just like an inherent obstacle that the medium of video games has that no other medium has, and that's the controller. Everybody has to be able to use a controller in order to experience the games that they were meant to be experienced, which is a hurdle that no other medium has to deal with. So it's natural that it's going to be like a smaller audience. So maybe just because of that smaller audience, it just hasn't received the recognition that it would get otherwise if that hurdle wasn't there. He also talks about how games can be won, and games have rules, points, objectives, and an outcome, whereas art, on the other hand, is experienced, not won. This makes no sense to me at all, because in what world do games, what thesaurus was he looking at that said an antonym? You know what, Jay? I'm trying really hard to make this interesting. Okay, well, when you start talking about thesauruses. Thesauri! The opposite of the ability to win something is not something that is experienced. That doesn't make any sense. That's like comparing apples and oranges. They're different things. It's dumb. The last point that Roger Ebert makes, which aggravates me, which shakes me to the core. In this article, he talks about how the game Braid, in which a central mechanic of the game is you press a button and you go back in time, and the player can use that to reverse their mistakes or whatever. His argument is basically, you know what that's called in chess? Taking back a move, which is cheating. That doesn't make any sense. You're dumb, Roger. That's stupid. Imagine you were playing basketball and you're dribbling the ball around and then the ref calls it and they're like, no, you can't dribble. Because in soccer, you can't touch the ball with your hands. That doesn't make any sense. If you did that, there would be one game ever, and that would be chess. And apparently chess is the best game ever because that's the game that you base your entire... Every game should be like chess. Chess 2, the return of Electric Boogaloo. Roger Ebert, you're pretty smart when it comes to movies and stuff, but you're old and also dead. Sorry about that, Roger. I don't mean to diminish. You're not. All right, I'm done. I'm not talking anymore.